gratifying, Miss Brewster.
You see, living here next to the church all over, you see so many ministers come and go. The spirit of Brooklyn, we say, is friendliness, and your sermons aren't so much sermons as friendly comics.
Personally, I have always enjoyed my talks with Cardinal Gibbons. Or have I met him yet?
No, dear, not yet. Are the biscuits good?
Slowly.
Would you like another biscuit, Dr. Hopper?
No, thank you. I must admit, I won't have much appetite for dinner now. I always have too many of your biscuits just to taste that lovely jam.
Oh, but you haven't tried the quince. We always put a little apple in it to take the tartness out.
No, thank you.
I'll send you over a jar.
No, Miss Abby, you keep it here so I can be sure of having your biscuits with it.
Well, I do hope they don't make us use that imitation flour again, what with all this war trouble. It may not be very charitable of me, but I've almost come to the conclusion that this Mr. Hitler isn't a Christian.
Wow. They're going to Europe or another planet, Miss Abby.
Europe, sir?
Yes, Teddy.
Point your gun the other way.
Gone?
To the west. There's your danger. There's your enemy. Japan.
Why, yes, of course.
Teddy.
No, Aunt Abby. Let's talk about Europe and more about the canal.
Well, let's not talk about war. Would you like another cup of tea, then?
No, thank you.
Dr. Hopper?
No, thank you, Miss Abby. I must say that war and violence seem far removed from here.
Oh, it is peaceful here, isn't it?
Yes, peaceful. The virtues of another day, all here in this house. The gentle virtues that went out by candlelight. And good manners, well, low taxes.
It's one of the oldest houses in Brooklyn, just as it was when Grandfather Brewster built and furnished it, except for electricity, and we use it as little as possible. It was Mortimer who persuaded us to put it in the first place.
Yes, from what I understand, your nephew Mortimer seems to live only by electric light.
Poor boy has to work so late. Well, we understand he's taking Layla to the theater again tonight. Teddy, your brother Mortimer will be here a little later. Delightful. We're so happy to Lane Mortimer takes the theater with him.
Well, it's a new experience for me, waiting up till 3 o'clock in the morning for my daughter to get home.
I hope you don't disapprove of Mortimer.
Well,
We'd feel so guilty, Sister Martha and I, since it was here in our home that your daughter met Mortimer.
of course, Miss Abby. And if I may say so immediately that I believe Mortimer to be a worthy gentleman. I've watched the growing intimacy between our children with great trepidation. For one reason only.
His stomach, Dr. Hopper?
Stomach.
His dyspepsia, his father. So poor boy.
No, Miss Abby, if I may be frank, it's your nephew's unfortunate connection with the theater.
The theater? Oh no, Dr. Hopper. Mortimer writes for a New York newspaper.
Yes, but dramatic critic is never far removed from a theater, and I do believe some acquire a liking for it.
Well, not Mortimer. You need have no fear of that. Why, Mortimer hates the theater.
Really?
Oh yes, he writes awful things about the theater. He was so happy writing about real estate, which he knew something about. Then they made him take this terrible night position.
Oh, my.
Well, as he says, the theater can't last much longer, and for now it's a living. Yes, I think if we give the theater another year or two, perhaps. Oh, now who could that be? Oh, no, thank you, Teddy. I'll go. Oh, come in, Mr. Brody.
Hello, Miss Brewster.
How are you, Mrs. Brown?
Very well, Miss Brewster.
Gentlemen, what news have you brought?
Colonel, we have nothing to report.
Splendid. At ease.
You know Dr. Hopper?
Sure. Hello, Dr. Harper. We came for the toys for the Christmas fund.
Oh, yes.
That's a splendid work you men are doing. Fixing up your sky old toys to give poor children, well, a merrier Christmas.
It gives us something to do when we have to sit around the station. You get tired playing cards, then you start cleaning your gun. And the first thing you know, you shot yourself in the foot.
Well, Teddy, why don't you go get that big box from your Aunt Martha's room? How is Miss Brophy today? Miss Brophy is quite ill.
Pneumonia.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, she's better now. A little weak still.
I'll get you some beef broth to take to her.
Oh, don't bother, Miss Abby. You've done so much for her already.
Oh, we made